Where is everyone?
Are we live? Are we live?
We may very well be live.
We're live.
Why does it look like as if we are... Our opening title didn't show up, but... hello!
Oh, hello. What happened there? What's going on there? How come
I'm
it's,
not sure. Oh, it's
oh,
fine.
there you go. That's a delay for the title.
That's okay. That's okay. There's, I guess it's
Good thing I didn't say anything bad. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Seems
Can you hear me?
Seems like a 20-second delay now.
20-second delay. Must be a Friday thing. Hello, everybody.
Sorry.
Let's see if anyone's online now. But hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh, you know why?
Why?
I don't think it's, you know why? It's private.
That's why.
It's private.
Oh,
yeah.
no. So,
Yeah,
okay, so hold on.
go to, here, I'll show you where.
I'm going to go to opening title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. We're streaming now anyway. Go to edit. That's why it's private. That's why. Go to yeah, here. Unless I change that to public.
You want to wait a bit? You want to wait a few minutes?
Yep, sure.
Let's wait a few minutes. Can I end the stream?
Yeah. No, because then we'll just leave it on. What the hey?
Sure.
What the hey? It's private.
Sorry, we waited.
It was on private, but now it's not.
Well, here's the question: if it are people going to get notified now?
Or they were going to get notified no matter what, right?
Okay.
They were going to get notified no matter what, right?
Okay. So we go.
Oh, you want to try it again? We could stop and start if you want.
Well, yeah.
Hey guys, if you're watching right now, high five to you.
No.
Okay, here
People
you
are coming in.
Come on
People
in.
are coming in.
Come on in. There you go. There they are. Come on in. Apologies, everyone. We started the stream earlier, but you could probably rewind it and see, but it was unlisted, and we're like, how come nobody's here?
We're like, oh,
nobody's here. Where's everybody?
Everybody's got a date. Hello.
Welcome, everybody. I see everyone piling in to the chat here, and thank you for joining me tonight. You trust me. I'm sure a lot of you might have better things to do, but you are here, so thank you. We're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So thank you for coming in the chat. Hello, high five. I notice all of you. You're all here. I see you.
Oh, I man, it's piled up quick.
Everyone's coming in. Come on in.
Hi, everybody.
Join the party. Here we are. There you go. Having some coffee.
My name is Dr. Nick.
I'm
joking.
I have two drinks here today, my friends. I got.
What do you got?
First of all, I got from our sponsor, the Tim Hortons, who's not really our sponsor.
They're not our sponsor, but they are Canadian.
But thank you to my friend Mark Michael over there. Hand up, big hand for Mark Michael.
Hi.
Over there. Yes, he got the coffees today. Also, my wife made this for me because I have a little bit of cough today. Little bit.
Tiny bit?
Little bit. So
Tiny
I got,
bit? Is it a die down cough, or is it a cough
that?
Little
bit like actually, no, a little bit more. Excuse me. No corona.
Is it a recovering cough? Or
It
is
is
it
a recovering
cough on the
cough.
rise?
I don't know. I've had a little bit the past couple days. Okay, just a little bit of cough.
So I'm basically saying, is it a Dark Knight's Metal, like the main series, or is it like the prelude?
Prelude. Yeah, it might be the prelude. I don't know. I'm not sure. Or maybe this is it. I have no idea. No idea. It's kind of hard to tell.
No, not Aftermath.
Probably not Aftermath.
Darn.
It hasn't gotten worse than this.
That's gonna be.
But I have it here.
There's a bunch of people saying, "Say my name."
Say your name. Say my name.
YT Evanzia.
Yeah.
When no one is around. You know what? We should not do that because the viewer numbers will.
Yes, and we'll get it covered right. Here's my Star Wars Celebration cup that I waited 2 hours in line for. Thank you very much. In here is some. We in the Philippines we call it salabat. Salabat.
Mikey Alexander's asking, what are we going to be drawing tonight, James?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know?
No idea.
Oh boy.
Maybe you find people in the chat can let me know what you want to draw. I don't know.
You know what, guys? While we're waiting for that 20-second delay to tell us what's going on. Wow, actually, it's a little bit faster.
A little bit faster.
Nathan55 says draw Transformer. Elijah Juice says Mandalorian.
Okay.
But yeah, keep popping up the suggestions.
Yeah, keep bringing them.
Keep popping up the suggestions. Ben and Funny says this is not ZHC. No, it is not.
No, it's not.
It is not ZHC.
This is discount ZHC. You got bargain bin ZHC right here, Ben. That's what you got.
You got when you go to.
You're on the wrong street.
To the, yeah. Oh my God.
You won't see me drawing on a car. You'll see me drawing a car, but not drawing on a car. But I'll tell you that much.
So guys, what why don't you give us a little bit for anyone that's new and this is their first time?
Okay.
I don't know if there are a few people here that's their
welcome.
first time
This
coming
is
on.
the Box Office Artist Live. This is our weekly show that we do. We stream it live here on my main YouTube channel, and they will appear one day on my second channel, youtube.com/JamesRace, and you can find the podcast version on this on the Box Office Artist podcast feed. You can find that on any of your favorite podcatchers, so go subscribe to that if you have not. Now, we are still fixing the last two because we are having some audio problems with the last two, but we should be having those up very soon. But honestly, this show is just a place for us to come together and hang out for a couple hours. It's a chance for me to, to take one day of the week to stop and talk to all of you and have a good time with all of you. Also, this is a great time for me to announce all of the award winners from my previous videos, and I did run a couple contests that we're going to start announce winners for today. One is from the Stickman video, and I believe I'm giving away the 1 hour drawing of the Stickman video. We're going to be doing that today.
Nice.
Also, I did have an outstanding contest that we did not do yet, and that is the Pokemon competition. I was going to give away some prints from that Pokemon one, and we will do that today as well. Okay, we'll get those out of the way, and we're going to have a good time today. All right, so a lot of people coming in here. You know what I'm seeing a lot of
What's
here?
that?
No, I don't feel like drawing Tom Brady there, G-Bird. Okay, but I'm seeing a ton of Harley Quinn in here. There's a lot of Harley Quinn in there.
There is.
Yeah, there's a ton of Harley Quinns.
I'm wondering what people thought of Harley Quinn, because it's really either or when you look at it on some people's reviews.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I personally have not seen it as of yet. Excuse me. And apparently, excuse me. Apparently, according to the box office, not a lot of you saw it as well. From what I understand. So. We could do a fun Harley Quinn. Now, okay, if we're gonna do a Harley Quinn, let me ask the chat this: do you want me to do classic?
Also, like the Jester uniform,
or the Jester uniform, Harley Quinn, or do you want me to do movie Harley Quinn? Okay, so those are your two choices. Why don't you let us know? Ben is in the chat. Ben, how are you doing, buddy? Thank you again.
Ben, hey, what's going on, man?
Let us know if you were able to get your camera. Just wondering if you ended up buying a camera. CNC Media says, say my name, say my name.
We're also going to be looking at some of the stuff from this week's Discord,
right? That's right. So again, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, it's our online community, and really had an uptick of members this past couple weeks. So please come and join. Come and join the family. Come and join my best friends. We're all up on there. And people are posting some amazing art and helping each other out, which is always great to see. So we're actually going to take a few minutes today and also look at some of the artwork that were posted in there. I had a quick glance earlier today, and some really, really talented folk that watch my channel there. Some really, really amazing looking stuff. So
we're going to hope that we can actually put it up appropriately too.
Yes. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh, but look at this. A lot of people. It's a mix of both here, right?
It is a mix of both. It's a little half and half.
Classic movie.
Oh, man. I think it's your choice, man. Okay, hold on a second. Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Pick
right now.
1 and 10? 7.
Okay, movie.
I
basically went with even is classic, odd is movie.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
Now, interestingly enough, there was an article on Vanity Fair which made a note of this, and this is actually, you know what? Yeah. Fair point.
Yep.
Very good and true. Versus, what do you call it? Suicide Squad versus the Birds of Prey movie.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn does now have a more updated costume.
She does. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how many refs there are to the latest and updated costume, but if you got that might be a cool drop.
Yeah. Okay.
That might be a cool drop.
We will do that.
So that's what it's going to be, guys. I'm going to change the name of the stream here.
Okay.
And I'm going to turn it to drawing Harley Quinn.
Okay. Margot Robbie, Holly.
Drawing Margot. Oops.
Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn. Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn. Which is always fun. I'm just looking up some reference here, guys. Just so the stream will go a little bit smoother. Okay.
Well, while you're looking up some reference, is there anything cool that ended up happening this week, James? That's usually
anything cool that ended up happening? Let me think.
Like, I've got a couple things to say, but I mean, if you want to, I gotta ask you first. You know what I mean? It's your house.
Why don't you tell me?
It's your house.
Why don't you tell me your cool things first before I go into my cool things, which I can't really think of right now.
Well, okay. So, one thing. In my area where I live, we live in southwestern Ontario, Greater Toronto area, sort of thing. Our Walmart now has a Miniso in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's built inside the Walmart. This Walmart is not part of a mall. It is just a standalone Walmart, and it's got a Miniso in it.
Wow.
And I have
daughter
found...
would love that, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I have found that I cannot be trusted at a Miniso.
Oh, no.
I cannot be trusted at a Miniso.
Right.
So where I am right now, one of the big things is these sticky tabs. Because we've got to use that for all of the books that we have.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's basically a demand. And somebody ended up bringing into the room a bunch of sticky tabs that aren't different colors. They're all just gradients, like gradients of blue, gradients of green.
Right on, yeah.
And when we saw that, we were like, "Wow, that's amazing!" And I was like, "Where did you get that?" And my friend was like, "Oh, I got it at Miniso." I'm like, "Okay." So I go into the Miniso. Yeah. And you know, like, I've only been to Miniso, maybe twice. I've never really found a purpose to go there. But now I want these tabs.
Right. Yeah.
These Post-it tabs. So I go in, and immediately, the first thing you see is all of the Miniso X Avengers collab stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Everywhere. Yeah. They've got figures. They've got air fresheners. They've got pouches. They've got bags, stuffed toys, all of it, everything. I cannot be trusted in there. I saw that, and I couldn't look away.
Right on.
I ended up grabbing I ended up grabbing 2 pins, Marvel pins. You know, nice little designs. You know, like little Gapachon type of Marvel characters. And then when I go up to the cashier, I've got my 2. I've got my Iron Man and my Thor. And they're like, "Oh, you know, if you get one more thing, you'll get something free off of this rack over here." And they point this lovely rack of items. And I was like, "Oh, really?" So I end up walking away with a 5-pack of folding hangers, Captain Marvel pin, an Iron Man pin, and a Thor pin. And I didn't get the Post-it notes.
You didn't get what you wanted.
Mind you, they didn't have it. But I didn't even get the Post-it notes, and I still spent, whatever much there. I was like, oh my god, I can't be trusted at a Miniso.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I sent the video TikTok style to my colleagues, and they were like, oh my god.
Wow. And I noticed that, for example, the Miniso in Yorkdale Mall, right? It's a complete Marvel Miniso. The whole thing is Marvel. Everything, pillows, because everything in there. There's only one type of item in there that's or theme in there. It's all Marvel themed.
It's all Marvel right now.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know if anyone in the chat, depending on where you live, is Miniso a thing? Is it cool? Are you guys even aware of Miniso where you are? Let us know. But they are huge on the Marvel stuff right now.
Right on. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Dancer Supreme says, "What is a Miniso?" I'm actually gonna pull one up right now. I'm just gonna try to pull up some.
Miniso is a store that's an Asian influenced store. Let's just say that, right? Something like that. Mm-hmm. A very Asian, and they got a lot of knickknacks and stuff.
Well, one of the things with a Miniso is they're kind of like, I don't want to say a Japanese Walmart, but what's like a really cheap brand that we have that's more well known?
Cheap brand?
Yeah.
Dollar store? It's not a
dollar store, but
it's not a dollar store though. No, it's definitely not a dollar store.
Like, they sell stationery and stuff, but they sell it at really low prices. Right. You know, but they've got like these really cool like minimal designs. Right. So I'm just gonna go into the display capture. Actually, do we even have that right now?
It should be there.
Yeah, display capture.
Yeah.
Display capture.
It should be in the window. If you click, go to main. Yeah. Go to main. Go try the display. Use the eye.
Oh, hello.
Use the eye. Yeah.
That's what's going on.
There you go.
Hello. Oh.
Sorry. Oh, yep. That's it.
But this is not over there.
Yeah. So you have to break the little window over there. Okay.
So
sorry, guys. I'm trying to get the face here.
There we go. Hi. Sorry, I had to make it climb over there with the Windows key because we are still on the pen.
Right.
And I apologize for that. So this is Miniso's website. And if you look at their products, there's immediately a Marvel tab.
Yeah.
And they,
they got music?
They do.
Wow, okay, turn that off before I strike. There you go.
And this is the kind of stuff that they sell, guys. So imagine walking into a store that's basically, like it's Japanese, and they've got that sort of like, when it comes to these type of products, they definitely have that like anime vibe.
Right.
And this is what you see. How can you say no to that? I'm just saying, especially for the clientele, for lack of a better term, that we have in this particular room.
Right.
They don't even show. Oh boy, turn it off. They don't even show what it is that I got. But yeah, look, there's the air fresheners. Yeah. But they've got these pins. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was.
There you go. Why didn't you bring it in, man?
What's that?
You should have brought it here.
I
wanted to see it.
Yeah. You know what? I immediately put it away because I didn't get them all. Obviously, there's like 4 other characters, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't look at those right now.
Yeah, maybe not. There you go, man. There you go, bro. You're still a student, man.
I know, it's terrible. It's terrible. Bye 4.0.
There you go.
So that was one of the cool things that ended up happening this week.
Right on.
Actually, you know, one thing that was interesting in general, and I'm sure you know this. This is one of the main things that we'll be talking about today.
Yeah.
And let me just start typing it while we get that ready.
Sure.
So, how many people saw the Batman
costume we're gonna talk
drop?
about that. Yes, absolutely. Just came out last night. Yeah.
Yeah, 24 hours ago. So, okay, so when I was looking at some people's reactions to it and thinking of my own reactions to it too, a couple things.
Yeah.
Trailer's cool. Gives a lot of hype for what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I thought the bat symbol was awesome.
Yep.
Cool nod to Detective 1000, where it's like the gun that ended up creating Batman.
So that's what
I think it is.
Has that been in the comics before? Like the fact the symbol was made from the gun? That has been in the comics.
More recently in Batman or in Detective Comics 1000, where it's like he puts it as the under armor of his
Okay,
so underneath
that's what
symbol.
I was wondering if that was an actual what's it called, like an idea from Matt Reeves, or if that was from the
I want to say that it was before Detective Comics 1000 that came out.
Yeah.
And guys, if there is anyone in the chat who really knows some Batman history, let us know.
Yeah.
Because I can't remember for the life of me, but I
have that comic
almost certain.
I have that comic too. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, like I'm almost certain that was something that popped up before. It wasn't just in Detective Comics 1000. Because if it was just in Detective Comics 1000, you can argue that the Pattinson Batman film already had that on lock in the script, and they brought that over to DC Comics and said, "Hey, put it in the comics."
They could. They definitely could.
Right?
It's been there for a while then, if that was the case.
Yeah.
Right?
Or is it vice versa, where, like if it came out if that concept came out in the year 2000, then that's something that comes from the Batman mythos prior to the creation of this film.
Right. It'd be very interesting. Yeah.
So I thought that was cool.
Yep.
There were people that were saying that they got some Daredevil vibes off of it, which to admit, I definitely did. It was probably the red lighting.
I think it's
the red
more
lighting
so
more than
because of the
anything.
red lighting, right?
Yeah.
And a mask is a mask, especially if you don't see the ears.
Exactly.
To it,
exactly.
It's they feel very similar. Of course, it's going to. Right?
Yeah.
So
Mighty, I don't know if you can open 2 windows, but if you can open 2 windows and put the Batman one on mute, there's no audio, there's no talking in it. Right. Have a look and then see what you think.
Right.
Although, if you are going to put the audio on mute, this is one of the vibes that I got off of it, and James, I don't know if you'll agree. The music that was on there.
Oh, yeah.
Sounded like it gave me Imperial March vibes.
Oh, yeah.
The chords felt like the Imperial March.
I never thought of that.
From Star Wars.
I never thought of that, yeah.
Dun, dun, yeah. Like, did anyone else get that?
Yeah, okay. Was it Michael Giacchino? That's the name of the composer.
Yeah.
He did that one, and
he's done a lot of good stuff though. He did Star Trek.
Yeah.
That's the big one. The Star Trek theme from the J.J. Abrams Star Trek.
Yes. I give my Harley some muscles here. But sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Just commenting on her muscles.
George Cominato says, yeah, but it's a good thing Daredevil is a bad dude, and so is Batman.
Yeah.
It's true.
It is.
Yeah, I didn't mind that. Because if you're looking at the logistics of it too, like how is a mask ergonomically going to fit a face? I mean, there's only so many ways.
Yeah. Well, he's got a collar too, right? You see that?
That's
he's
cool.
Got the bat collar.
That's cool.
Collar.
Okay, so last year,
yes,
you did this thing, and yeah, I can't remember how it came about, but you did this thing where you were doing like a casting actors as Batman.
Yes, yes.
When the movie was announced as being made, but there wasn't any actors that were actually like placed in it yet.
Yes, that's
the first one you drew was Pattinson.
Yes.
Why?
Well, that he was the big rumor name at the time.
Right.
At the time, right? So there was
Michael B. Jordan was too, though. Interestingly,
it was
right.
That's one of the ones I drew.
Yeah,
I drew them. I drew Scott Adkins.
Yep.
I think his name was Scott Adkins.
Yep.
I drew Oscar Isaacs. All those were names that were being bandied about. The Rock is just. I was just looking for another reason.
You like The Rock.
I like The Rock. You guys know I like The Rock. So that's the only reason I drew The Rock.
Yeah.
But other than that was really the only reason. That was the only reason why. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm also noticing. You know what? Like some people were commenting in the because you reposted the video last night.
Yes.
If you guys got Instagram, double check it right now. I don't know whether or not you guys have seen that one before, but last year James did this challenge where he was drawing who the potential casting for Bruce Wayne would be. One of them was Pattinson. It was the first one. So he reposted that, and he's like, "Boom, got it." But some people were even posting in the comments. They're like, "Hey, that costume that you drew does have a lot of similarities to what came out now." They're like, "Oh, you saved someone a job." I was laughing. I thought it was funny.
That's funny.
And
that's
you know, like, a little bit of it is like, yeah, you know what? But for reals though, I know that we've talked about this before.
Yes, we have. Yeah.
So it might be interesting to have your coverage and your take on that.
Well, first of all, guys, like if you're a video game player, anyone can see that was very heavily influenced by the Batman Arkham Knight outfit.
Yeah.
And to be honest, when I first saw that last night, I wasn't thinking of my drawing at all. I was thinking of the Arkham Knight Batman drawing, and I think that's where the actual, it's not probably a direct reference, but the inspiration probably came a lot more from that than anything I would have drawn before. So that's where that came in there. So I never thought anything of it, to be honest with you. So it's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I just want to see it in motion now, or I want to see how it will all relate to the story, Because at the end of the day, it's not really the outfit that's going to make the movie. It's the movie that makes the movie, and what they actually do with the movie, right? So I never really thought about it, to be honest with you, right? So. Now, if they had my idea of making a Bat super team, and that's one image I never put out, but I was meaning to.
Well, Batman super team?
Yeah, I was going to take all those 5 characters, and I actually roughly put it together. I didn't finish it because what I wanted to do is have this team of Batmen, right? This is my idea. We had 5 Batmen, so it was like Batmen. I called it Batmen. And then they had Bruce Wayne, an older Bruce Wayne, to look after them, right? So he's like the Oracle. He's like Barbara Gordon, the Oracle, and send these guys out, right? And it was going to be Michael Keaton. So I was going to draw Michael Keaton. This is like an old Batman, like an old Batman.
Yeah.
And then he would have this team of Batmen he would send out, so it's like Team Batman or something like that. So I mocked up a poster.
Yeah.
If I can find it, I'll show you. Okay. You. Maybe I'll eventually finish that. That's what I should do. I got to finish that poster.
Done. Okay.
Because all of those characters are done, right?
Yeah.
So, but that's what one fun idea I had that was eventually going to turn into, right? But well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
At that particular time. But it is flattering, though, that people thought that they're trying to draw inspiration from me. Now, if anything, they probably drew inspiration from, and I guarantee they drew inspiration from the game. Because
that's the biggest thing right now.
Yeah,
right?
What's called, the bat insignia looks exactly like, it feels like the game.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like the game. So yeah. That's how it goes.
So you heard it here, folks.
Yeah.
James is not taking credit for the design.
I wish. I would love to take credit. If that was me, I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Unpaid.
But let me tell you guys.
Oh, sorry, man.
Because it's not uncommon for people to take reference from other material all the time. Mm-hmm. Or especially nowadays, people take reference from Instagram and stuff like that all the time. And sometimes, to be honest too, sometimes it's subliminal. Sometimes maybe
you see these things, they're viral.
Yeah.
And, they sift.
Yeah.
And they stew in your brain for a few weeks,
and then,
a few months.
And I know sometimes some artists they would what's it called? They would come up with this concept, and then later on they look at something else like, oh, this was like this, maybe, but I remember seeing this before, and it's just it was kind of locked in their brain somewhere.
Yeah.
And they didn't realize that they were copying something else until they actually saw it, right? And they're like, oh yeah, shoot, I forgot. It looked like this. But I did have an instance where I did feel that something copied. I won't say copy, but drew influence.
Heavily influenced by
for work that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was interesting. That was interesting because when I saw the trailer for this movie...
Oh, wait, do I know which one this is?
I think you do.
Wait, hold up. Okay, I won't say anything. I won't say anything. Guys, if you know what it is, put it in the chat.
And I have talked about this before.
Because you have, yes.
I have talked about this before. But when I first saw the trailer for this movie, the first thing I thought of was, did Warner Brothers actually decide to turn this into a movie? This property that I worked on, right? That I helped design and everything.
Yeah.
And then I realized it was a completely separate property, supposedly. But if you guys look back at a comic book that he called me co-creator, but really he created it, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at it, it says created by me and Warren Ellis. We did this book back in the day. It's called Tokyo Storm Warning. If any of you have seen that book, go check out that book because it draws a lot of comparison to a very, very popular franchise.
Okay, and what year was that you did
I
Tokyo
did this
Storm?
comic book way back in 2003, I believe. 2003.
Okay, and this movie came out in, can we say
2012?
2012?
Something like that?
Yeah.
2012? Yep.
Yeah.
Do people know what the movie I'm talking about here? Does anyone see anything?
I don't know, but I almost think that could be a question for like a you can win.
Yeah, it could be. If you think you know what the movie.
You know what? I'm gonna ask this first. Mighty Ben, do you know what James is talking about? And if one of you guys does, but don't put the answer in.
Yeah.
But just say that you do, and that will be one of the questions for whatever James decides.
Yeah, sure.
Will be the contest winner for something.
Sure, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But when I saw it, I thought it was. I even asked my old editors and stuff. Hey, I actually asked people who were really close to the property I was working on. Hey, is this stuff any relation to us? To this, and then they didn't answer me. Right?
Okay.
And then some were saying, well, it's both owned by Warner Brothers. Right? They were like that, right?
So
it's not like I'm gonna go and sue or anything.
Darkseid asked, "Is it a superhero movie?"
Is it a?
And you know what?
Would you call that a superhero movie?
I'd like to narrow it down for them a little bit without being too specific.
Yeah.
It's not a superhero movie per se.
Yeah.
But it is something where the content you would find at a convention.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Let's put it that way.
Let's put it that way, okay? You want that's the question of the day.
Mighty and Ben don't know. This is a very fringe question.
It's a very fringe question. What is the property?
Boy.
You know what you could do also?
You could just look up Tokyo Storm Warning right now.
You could.
And then you can guess.
Yeah, you could. Probably. Yeah. Maybe later on maybe you could put up find some images of it.
Okay.
And then maybe we could put it up and maybe they'll tell me if they could
sure.
If they know what I'm talking about here, right?
Well, before we do that, you know what? Let's talk about some of this Batman stuff some more.
Sure, yeah.
Because there are a few things that have come out on this Batman stuff ever since. Like the costume was the biggest reveal.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're pushing the promotional game a little hard right now. On Variety the other day.
Well, the movie's not coming out till when? It's like
2021 next year.
2021, yeah.
So here's Zoe Kravitz in an interview on Variety, and she starts talking a little bit about her views on her role as Catwoman here. Selena Kyle. So you guys can have a look at that. A couple of weeks before, Colin Farrell was already talking about the script and his personal view on what the script is over here.
Oh yeah.
For the Batman film.
That was an interesting casting.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell as the Penguin.
As Oswald Cobblepot the Penguin. And it's you know what's really funny? On the Jimmy Kimmel Live thing, this is where he actually talked about it.
Yeah.
Like the still that he has this is not Colin Farrell's normal posture.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, like someone could just do a Photoshop of that or a photo chop, and you might get a little bit of the suggestion of an Oswald Cobblepot there.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
This one I thought was cool. So Jeffrey Wright playing Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
Popped up on his Twitter. Camera test for what looks like the bat signal.
Oh yeah.
That is awesome. I'm not gonna play it here, but
well, it's just like A streak of light.
Oh no, there's a little video test though. But you know, like they're starting to put out these little.
They are.
These little granular hints of what's going on, right?
It's fun to see.
They're really building it. Oh!
What's that?
Okay, so James, I think some people got it.
Yeah, they did, eh?
But maybe we should say, because, okay, hold on a second. I'm going to scroll up just to make sure. Ben and Mighty, please double check with me, because I want to say that Justin Gu is the first one that said it, but I'm just scrolling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I think somebody got it.
Oh, yay.
I think somebody got it. So if somebody did in fact get it, what will they win, my friend?
I don't know. Which of
the two will they win? Will they win this? Will they win the Pokemon?
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think, my friend? How about we do a? Oh, I got an idea.
Well, you know what?
Hold on. Okay. I got a good idea. Hold on.
Okay.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Entertain the people. All
right. So somebody won something.
I got the perfect one for that. Hold on one second.
Okay, James is actually walking away from the studio. So while we do that, I'm going to sit here on the little soapbox. Thank you very much, James, for allowing me for this. I'm going to talk about Picard. You see, James will be drawing Picard, and
now's the time to talk about Doctor Who, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Now is the time for Doctor Who. Guys, who has been watching Doctor Who? I think ever since we've had the 13th Doctor, the last couple episodes have really been ramping up the game. People have been very polarized as to whether or not this version of the Doctor has been any fun at all. And I think it's primarily because of the writing, but the writing has really increased. They've put in a few new plot twists. James has not gotten into Doctor Who. I'm huge on Doctor Who. Marty's huge on Doctor Who. Who's huge on Doctor Who? Because I want James to draw Doctor Who. No one is talking about it. So, unless my thing is... Okay, so Mighty said correct.
Okay, anyway.
So Justin Gu, if you're still here, you've won something, but we're about to find out
exactly what it is. Justin Gu, congratulations. I am going to give you this.
Oh!
I am going to
That's
give you Tokyo Storm Warning number 3. Okay, this is issue number 3, because I can't find issue number 1 and 2. But I gotta take this, I'm gonna sign it. Like so.
So Justin, that's yours, man.
This is yours. I'm gonna mail this out to you, okay? Justin, congratulations. Okay, message me on Instagram, okay? Or or you can message maybe Jonathan on, or maybe message me.
Either one of us. But
Justin got it. But if anyone of you want to see, I'll show a few pics from here.
Do it,
and then I can show you. Show you some stuff from here.
I really want to hum the theme song, but that's probably a copyright strike too, so I'm not gonna.
So this is a comic book I did with Warren Ellis way back in 20. Oh, did I smudge my?
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
So guys, tell us what you see here.
Yep.
Do you see the connection?
Any connections here, my friends? Do you see any connections?
Nathan, hi. How you doing, man?
Hey,
it's been a while,
Nathan,
and guess what? He thinks you should draw the Doctors as well. All 13 Doctors and all 13 TARDISes. You know what? That's true, because they all have a different TARDIS. Oh, that could be compositionally speaking? Oh, we could talk about that for days, man.
Could talk about that for days. So,
I'd want to print.
You can figure out what it is.
Guys?
If you guys figure out what it is.
Well, Justin Gu already did.
Justin Gu already said it. If you want to know what it is, go back and take a look if you haven't really figured it out already. But things like, for example, even like the masks and stuff, when I first saw that, when I saw the trailer, and even the costumes, I could see like there's
a lot.
I can see influence.
There's a lot. It's not just the mechs. It's not just
If I'm going to be totally honest, though, it's not like I pulled a lot of this stuff out of thin air, right? You know, because of course I was also influenced by a lot of anime and all that stuff, right? When designing these things, right? So, whatever. But this is these are the fun pages, right? I love these pages. These are a lot of fun. So, I don't know, people. But anyway, that's what happens, my friends. That's what happens. Okay.
That's what happens.
That's what happens. So yeah, did people get it in the chat now?
Yeah. More people have gotten it, but Justin was the first. So good on him, man.
Good on you. Okay, and you know, I could be way off, and maybe you're saying that looks like completely different. I get it, no problem.
But you guys tell us. You know what? More people are coming up with it now. The more like Sam Draws Pictures actually just said Pacific Rim.
Hey, I never said that. What are you talking about, man? I never said that.
Well, a few people are actually saying it. Well, I guess I'm going to be cutting that out in post. But but yeah, so it happens, guys. It happens. It's a backhanded compliment. James has his own level of success. It is a backhanded compliment, but it's a thing.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, right? Like, also, like...
You said subliminal. Maybe let's go back to that.
Well, maybe not even subliminally, but, you know, it has come on occasion. And
yeah.
For example, you hear a lot of people trying to sell their products to Hollywood and hear people ripping them off all the time, right? That happens all the time, right? Or they were
talking about that with Picard.
Right. That was somebody else's story?
Yeah, so, it was, guys, correct me if it's wrong, but I want to say it was Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer was gonna helm something for Star Trek, and he pitched these ideas for the TV shows. He was gonna do Discovery, and then he was gonna do, he pitched a thing for a Picard series. Mark Burnett actually talks about this.
Right. And,
a lot of this stuff, or some of the high-level concepts that you see in Picard with the integration of the Borg, Data's importance in that TV show, those elements, and the whole thing with like the Romulans and their planet being destroyed and them being dispersed throughout the galaxy now, those things, those elements, are from, in some fashion or form, Bryan Singer's pitch. Now, watching the show and being 4 episodes in, I feel at least that what's being shown on the TV show is different from what was described and what Burnett went over.
Right.
To a high degree, and the thing is in Hollywood, and James, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but is it not where you have to have a certain percentage of what your idea was retained in the script once it's actually put out for you to get a credit?
I don't know. It all depends.
Okay.
And there's a lot of politics involved with all that stuff too,
true.
right? Like so, it's really hard to say. I'm also not an entertainment lawyer, so I don't know the actual numbers that it would take. Just say, you know, Hollywood's a very cutthroat business.
It is. It is.
Very,
and there are a lot of people who say they don't like living there. When I was interviewing people in the comic industry, that had some experience in Hollywood, like they would say like stuff like it's like that old series Deadwood. It's a great place to visit. You'd never want to live there. That was the biggest thing that they would say back at the time.
No. I've been to LA many times.
Yeah,
and you know, people who grew up in LA, that's their home. You know, fantastic. No, that's great.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I grew up here in Toronto. This is home to me, so I would much rather be here. I do like visiting on occasion. To LA, and I always have a good time whenever I'm there. But you know,
Kevin, thank you very much.
Oh, Kevin put in a super chat.
Kevin put in a super chat. Hey James, and Mighty put a super chat.
Mighty put a super chat again.
Thanks a lot, man.
You still have to do that, brother. But thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And he put, "You're the reason I started YouTube."
Oh, there you go, One Mighty. That's fantastic. It was that One Mighty.
Yeah.
One Mighty R. Thank you, One Mighty R.
Yeah.
Please subscribe to One Mighty R. He's my buddy. Go subscribe to him, guys. Got some good stuff over there.
Bren, James has drawn Baby Yoda, actually fairly recently. If you go into, after this, if you go into the channel, you'll see it. I think it's about 4 or 5 videos ago now.
Yep.
He did the, what is it? 1 minute, 10 minute, 10 seconds, 100 minutes, and then 1,000 minutes.
1,000 minutes.
Yeah. You'll
no
see
more
it there.
rinky-dink 10-minute, 1-minute, 10-second challenges, my friend.
No skidamy rinky-dink anymore.
No lazy 10-minute challenges anymore, my friends. That's for lazies. No, I would hold back on that because some of my friends are still doing those challenges. Just joking to my other friends.
Arty R.
Hardy Hardy. Well, actually, you know, it's apropos that I'm actually drawing this. One thing that people might not know.
You're already on the ink?
Yeah.
Okay.
People might not know. This is not looking like her at all. I apologize. But what people might not know. Keep talking, man. Talk about Doctor Who while I look this up. Hold on.
Well, yeah, Mighty and I are going to arrange for a campaign for that, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. You know that you're going to have to catch up on Doctor Who, and it has about... does anyone know here how many seasons or series of Doctor Who there's been? I want to say that it's like 29 right now. 27.
Right.
I think it's 27. 27 seasons of Doctor Who. That's more than Law and Order, man.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Oh, you know what? This is a good idea.
What's that?
Some people are asking for some Easter eggs to be put into this Harley thing.
Yeah.
And there are a few ideas.
Wait,
I don't know if there's anything that you're thinking of putting in there, but that might be actually.
Let me finish the drawing first, and then I could. But one thing that my audience, you guys might not know, is that I actually worked on Birds of Prey, the comic. Okay, this is the trade, so this is full of.
How long ago was that one? 2008.
This was no. I drew this in 2006.
Okay.
I think 2005 to I think it's 2006.
Okay.
And I worked with Gail Simone, and I believe my thing's in here. Is this the one? This might not be the one. Oh, sorry. I think this is the wrong one. Is this the one? Oops, wrong one. Sorry, wrong one. This was the reference they sent me. Sorry, wrong one. Wrong one. I was lying.
Guys, who's watched Picard here in the meantime? Because James is gonna do a Picard piece at some point, and one of the things.
There we go. This one here.
Oh, actually.
There you go. There you go. You remember this one?
Of course I have that one, too.
Gail Simone.
There it is. Yeah.
Nicola Scott, who is incredible. Everyone knows Nicola Scott if you're in the comic industry. Paulo and me. You're right there. You see there. James Reyes right there. And I did issues 98 and 99. Ding, ding, ding. Congratulations. Congratulations. I win. I'm a winner.
Guys, we've been lying the whole time. We actually stream from Vegas.
Yes.
No, we don't. Live at MGM Studios. No, I'm joking. We do not.
I want to show you guys quick. Oh, there's my issues here. I did issues 98 and 99. Here we go. This is my issue. This is my drawings here. And I will see if you guys...
I'm sorry, what year was this again?
This was 2000. I think 2006, I believe. Yes.
Yeah.
See here we go. Jerry Ordway cover. James Reyes and Robin Riggs. Robin was an amazing anchor. He was a great anchor.
Was that your cover too?
No.
Okay.
They didn't let me do covers. I wasn't good enough. And then, but the thing is, you look here. You can see heavily my influence, guys. Who's this?
Oh.
Who's that? Come on. Who's that? Come on. You guys see heavily my influences. Who's that? Come on, guys. Come on. Who's that? Come on.
I don't think the stream's caught up with this yet, but okay. I'll let you know once.
But you know, right? You know who it is, right? Do you know who it is?
Actually, no, I don't.
You don't, eh?
I can't. I know.
You don't? Okay.
Is it someone that I don't? Wait a second.
Yeah, it's an actress. Like most of these guys, I casted. Most of these because guys back in the early 2000s, ever since Brian Hitch did Cast the Ultimates, Cast the Ultimates, everybody started casting their or at least use a specific actor when it came to
their likeness.
Yeah, their likeness, right? Or wanted to, or you use their feeling. Okay. Now nobody will outright say that they use that actress without getting, because they don't want to get sued, right? But if anyone thinks they know who this is, I would love to know. Oh, it's blurry. If anyone thinks they know who that is, I would love to know that. Anyone who thinks they know who that is, who was my reference.
So guys, every once in a while, like if you do know, or if you want to take a guess, pop it in the chat.
Yeah.
I will be honest with you. I can't think of it for the life of me right now.
Okay.
Were they big back?
When I say it, you're gonna be like, oh, I guarantee.
Well, Aaron Alford asks the girl that played Jessica Jones. Mr. Random says Hillary Clinton.
Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Mighty says Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. No, she wasn't popular back
then. Cranton 2099 says Buffy. So Sarah Michelle Gellar.
It's Sarah Michelle Gellar. Congratulations, Sarah Michelle Gellar. I'm gonna put it
now. I'm like,
yeah. So
because I was about to ask, I was like, was it someone that was big at that time? And I'm trying to think of.
Look at it again.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
I haven't watched Buffy in a decade.
And the thing is, on board,
Andrew, I might have guessed Brittany Murphy if I saw that first. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because on a lot of message boards, people are like, "Oh, obviously he's looking at Sarah Michelle Gellar."
Yeah.
This guy. Oh yeah, I remember this one here. And Gail was a sweetheart, But I believe it was I don't know if Christopher's on here today, but she actually messaged Gail Simone about me.
What?
So, he messaged her. He's like, "Would you work with a box office artist again?" And then she's like, I never worked with box office artists.
No. Well, they don't know you by box office artists.
It's like, yo, James Reyes, you work with him? And she's like, no, I don't remember working with James Reyes. And then he sent her a solicitation of this. It's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, funny.
It's only 2 issues. She's worked on thousands of comics. So I totally get it. She doesn't have to. I'm not the most memorable artist she had to work with. These were some of my favorite pages.
It was a different time.
I am so happy with this Superman, though. This Superman Batman here.
I remember you saying that, and I did like that. Like,
I was so happy.
Oh man, it was like one of the few times that you got to be able to.
Well, also because when I did Wonder Woman,
yeah,
they did not like how I drew, because the whole Justice League was in the Wonder Woman that I drew. They did not like how I drew Superman and Batman.
I remember you were telling me about that. To the point
where when the issue came out, I found they got another artist to go and change my faces.
Yes,
right. Which is not good, man. You never want that to happen, right? So when I sent these in and they got approved, you wouldn't believe how happy I was. I was so expecting them to ask me to change these back. I was so expecting, but they didn't, and I was so happy at the same time, right? So yeah, this was a lot of fun. As you can tell here, it's been down in the office for a while. So yeah, that was it. That was a lot of fun.
That's pretty cool, man.
That was a lot of fun. Birds of Prey. This was the last comic. Working with Mike Carlin. Actually, he was my editor.
Okay.
And this was my last comic before I went back to school. Before I went back to school to go take animation.
Learn VFX.
Yeah, learn VFX. That's right. So there you go. A little trivia for you guys.
Potato Fry sent a super chat, $1.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, guys. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
guys, if you have a super chat, feel free to add a question in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Super chat.
Like, I love it, but it's like we feel bad sometimes because it's like, oh, thanks a lot, but like we can't return the favor by at least answering a question.
Exactly, right? So
by all means, please feel free.
Please do. Please feel free. Now, what were you saying? What kind of Easter eggs were you talking about? Me adding.
Well, I'll scroll up a little bit, but someone was saying maybe you should put like a Joker card in there, something that might relate more to Harley.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely do something like that. Yeah.
What else? I just want to get some specific ones, if I can. Although all I am seeing is a lot of people joining in on the campaign for you to draw Doctor Who. But let's see.
It's not happening.
Oh, guys! So last stream, one of James's really good friends, his buddy Apple. You guys may know him if you guys have been here for a while and have been on the chats in the past. One of his buddies, Apple De La Fuentes.
Yes, Apple De La Fuente.
He's
Apple. Yeah.
I haven't met him yet. He lives in the U.S. But he he was telling a story in the chat of James. We were already talking about something else. But he was telling a story of James in the chat saying that at one of these conventions that they were at, James literally was a guest there and walked right by David Tennant and didn't know who he was.
Still don't.
That hurts my heart, man.
Still don't, man.
You have no idea. That's my favorite Doctor. And you walked right by him. Like you had every opportunity. Anyways.
Oh, boy.
Ghetto Comic, thank you very much, man.
By the way, this looks nothing like her, guys, but now I'm going to say it's my artist interpretation. That's what I do with it. Something doesn't look like an actress. It's my version, man. It's my version.
Oh, Ben knows Apple. Yeah, from Alamo City Comic Con, that's correct.
Yes, that's right. Ben Mellinger?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Ben?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, cool. Are you from Texas, Ben? Are you from San Antonio?
Animal Arts asks, will this be a YouTube video? Yes, it will. James, I guess maybe you should say what the plan is
the
for
plan
what these are.
The plan is for all of these streams here, and excuse me, I need to blow my nose. Look away!
They will be on James's other channel.
Yes.
If you guys look at youtube.com/JamesReyes.
Yes. Now, we haven't uploaded all of the old episodes, but they will be up there eventually.
That's where they're going to go. That's their home.
That will be their home. And, once Jonathan's done, Jonathan's got a whole bunch of exams this week, so everyone wish Jonathan well. Sorry, Mark Michael, you mean.
Oh, either way. I mean, like it's an official, unofficial pen name, but yeah, we'll go with Mark.
Yeah, Mark Michael here. He's got his a lot of exams this week. Once that's done, then we're gonna start putting up all this new content on the second channel, youtube.com/James Rays. Okay, got about 3,000 subscribers or so right there, over there, and that's where I'm gonna be posting a lot more of my behind the scenes type of stuff. Even when I do those big live streams, you know, if I ever do another 24-hour live streams, I might actually do them there instead of the main channel. The main channel, mainly because I also want, you know, what I do with the live streams, when I do the edited video, I want the edited video to be a surprise. But I do want, you know, it's for my hardcore fans, like you guys, right? Who are actually here to follow me. That's what that place is for. I even think about doing more vlogs again over there, which I would love to do. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do over there. So these podcasts, they will all live over there.
Flipbook, thank you.
They will all live over there. Flipbook?
Well, no, a couple of people are saying good luck.
Oh, thank you. Good luck. Good luck.
I need to keep that grade point average in order to continue to get scholarship money, because otherwise I can't.
Oh, sorry. sorry.
No, don't apologize. I mean, it's
I
fine.
didn't mean that.
It should be something that, you know, like, it should be something that technically you should be proud of. But I don't like to boast the thing.
But if he's not top, he's going to be fired. But anyway.
Okay. So thank you very much for wishing me luck. I apparently need it now more than I thought I did. Yeah. That's
there you go.
Here's to hard work, guys. Purple Man memory wipe James's knowledge of David Tennant. I love that, Andrew. Do you get the reference though?
Not at all.
He doesn't
at all.
Guys, how can we fix this? How can we fix James's lack of knowledge, not just of Doctor Who now, but of David Tennant? So David Tennant played the Purple Man.
In
Jessica Jones.
Okay,
yes.
Well, that's all you had to say.
Nathan has a question.
Sure.
What is your favorite comic? He sent a super chat, by the way. Thank you very much,
thank you, Nathan. Thank you, buddy. And again, Nathan, I'm one of the OGs.
This is Nathan 55.
Oh, Nathan 55. Never mind, not an OG. But
Could be
maybe you are an OG, Nathan. Maybe you are an OG. Favorite currently? Well, to be honest, I don't collect a lot of comics. Like now, I go to the comic stores, and once again, thank you to our friends at Gotham Central. And Carlos for helping us host for the first few weeks. It's just we found
tech difficulties. Yeah, it was more challenging than we thought to do this.
Yes, and I know it was just the one time, but just while we're trying to work out the kinks ourselves for this show, while we work that out, we're gonna save our filming the podcast there till we work everything out what we want the show to be.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, my favorite comic of all time? You mean of all time or recently? I think I can answer the all time.
Go ahead and answer the all time, because I've got some answers for this. I still read.
I know you do. I know you do.
But you go ahead. You go with your all time.
It's got to be the Ultimates. I think that's.
Oh, what a good answer!
That's got to be my favorite.
What a good answer!
Out of all, both of them, one and two. Like you've never seen them like that before. You never see the Avengers written that way before, and it was the influence of all the MCU.
Yeah.
Today. Yeah. A lot of what they did in the MCU, they took a lot of it out of those comics.
So guys, right? if you haven't read it yet, we highly recommend for you to go back, try to find them. Yeah. Ultimates is by Brian Hitch and Mark Millar. I've had the pleasure of interviewing Brian Hitch in the past. Fantastic.
You have to read that article. That article that Mark Michael did with
I'll find a link to it.
If you had that article somewhere, because that was one of the most inspiring articles for myself as an artist.
Thank you.
Learning about his process when you were talking about, how he had to do that issue of Death Set in 1 week or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
That insane story. Why don't you tell them that's insane? That's an insane story.
Guys, Brian Hitch, you may or may not be familiar with him. I'm going to start looking for some images of his work from the Ultimates, but he's very known. He's actually doing right now The Batman's Grave with Warren Ellis.
Is that what he's doing now?
He's doing that right now. It's a 12-issue series with Warren Ellis for DC Comics, obviously. The Batman's Grave. That's what he's drawing lately. He really got his. He really made his mark first with The Authority, which was also with Warren Ellis, and then he moved on to do the Ultimates with Mark Millar. Now, Brian Hitch is a guy that is just like James, known for some detail. And the amount of time that it takes for him to do that, James has said many stories about how much time it takes to do this stuff.
Right.
And the challenge to do a 22-page comic every month to meet that deadline with that amount of detail is insane. Yeah. Most artists will say that you need to keep the pace of doing 1 page a day, every single day, and even doing it on weekends in order to hit that pace, so that way you can keep a monthly book going. Otherwise, you're going to get delays. And in the 2000s, that ended up being a thing. Fans like James and I, many other people, were very big on like, oh, we love artists with detail, but you know, the market wants a detail, but the artist can only keep up so much. Life happens, and then suddenly it's like, oh, there's a delay. That would happen a fair bit. Brian Hitch, when he did, it was Death's Head, that was one of his earlier works for Marvel, and he had to do in 1 week a 22-page book. He stayed up for 1 week to do 22 pages. Now, to an aspiring artist, and James was working in the industry at the time.
Yep.
And I was someone who enjoyed doing art, but not to that professional level. Sometimes you get discouraged where you're like, man, this is taking longer than I thought.
Yep.
The hill to climb, or that it's a lot steeper than you think. And you're like, how am I ever going to get there? And then you read about this guy who who in 1 week churns out a book.
Yeah, and if you look at it, it doesn't look like crap. It looks really good.
I'm going to actually look up that first.
It looks really good.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
You would think like all these rush pages and stuff. No, man, he did an awesome job.
For a lot of people, you can tell, you can say that it's like, oh, yeah, that looks like it was rushed. But for Hitch, no. I'm about to pull that up right now.
Yeah, and that was an inspiring story for me. That was really like you got to get to work. This guy did a book and that's why I always forgave him whenever there were delays on Ultimates. Like his detail made up for it, like the amount of detail he put into everything. It's really inspiring crazy for me, right? And
actually, this is a good. I think this is a good site. Is this the one? No, it's not. He does sell some of his original art online, but it obviously pulls in a pretty penny.
Oh yeah. This stuff's expensive, and it deserves to be. But I remember, that's probably one of the greatest compliments I ever got.
Oh yeah.
Was for Tokyo Storm Warning #1, because to be honest, it was like I was right to be compared with Brian Hitch at that time, because I was working with Warren Ellis, who worked with Brian Hitch on The Authority, and I had his inker, Andrew Curry was.
Yes, you did.
Yes, it was who was Brian Hitch's inker, right? So the comparisons were there.
Oh, sorry, just as a pause. So this is one of the things that was in that 1 week.
Yeah. And how
good God!
How crazy is that, right? Yeah.
He did that like in a week. Come on, man. Come on!
But yeah, one of the
fantastic guy, great person to talk to.
Oh yeah, for sure. How did you talk to him, by the way?
I talked to him over the phone.
Oh yeah.
And that was actually one of the very first interviews I did. So being someone who's very young at the time, I was a little nervous.
You're still a young man.
He was very comfortable to talk to. He's like, I'm sitting here and I'm like. He usually, I don't know if his routine has changed, but he usually winds down the end of the day with a glass of wine.
Right.
He was having his glass of wine while we were talking.
Right.
We had, I believe it was a half hour slated. We ended up talking for an hour and a half. Like he's a very casual guy to talk to.
That's great.
Mighty was actually saying, what about Mark Bagley doing the bi-monthly Spider-Man issues for Ultimate Spider-Man? Because he did how many issues of Ultimate Spider-Man did he do? Was it 120 something?
Well, I looked into his
always on time.
I looked into his work process. Mark Bagley, he was in the military.
Yeah.
So discipline was beaten into him, per se. And he told Wizard Magazine that he draws at least 2.5 pages a day. He could go from 2.5 to 3.5 pages a day.
That's incredible.
That's what he does, and he works every day.
Does he fill in the blacks when he does it with his pencils?
I'm not sure, but he works every day from 7 to 9 every day, except for Sundays. 6 days a week, except for Sundays. Right?
He still has his Sundays off.
Yeah, and he doesn't.
Wow.
He except for Sundays, but he said he will work the occasional Sunday if he has to. That's what he says. But this is a guy. If you ask a guy who could actually pull off 2 books a month, Mark Bagley is that guy. Mark Bagley or John. I think John Romita could probably do that too. But,
yeah.
Those two guys, they're the ones. They're the speed guys. They. And So again, that's one of the guys I studied because working in the industry, you want to do better, right? You want to be the best. You want to be on time, and you study what other artists do to try to make the time. Now I could never do it, but it was those were guys that I looked up to.
There's a couple people asking in the chat, Zermer and Animal Arts especially. Have you ever thought of drawing the entire Suicide Squad? I think you have an answer for that.
Have I thought about it?
Yeah, I think you have an answer.
Oh, yeah.
I think you have an answer. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure I do.
Did you not draw something with a Suicide Squad, though, already?
Actually, well, I drew Harley Quinn, and I drew the Joker as well. I drew a Jared Leto Joker.
Of, yeah.
I drew a Jared Leto Joker before, but not the entire Suicide Squad. Now, with the new movie coming out this year, I might do it again.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see, just for fun. I was thinking about doing a Birds of Prey one, but then I opted against it and decided to do something else.
The unexpected geek
it all depends because with James Gunn doing it now, and he's using like oddball characters, right? Like King Shark and all those. Like, depending on how those look, a lot of the times when I choose to draw, it's if I actually want to draw them or not, right? So if I think the designs look cool, then I'll probably go ahead and do it. At this point, it's not about people telling me what to draw anymore. It's me more what I want to draw now. So if I like it, I want to draw it, then I'll go ahead and draw it, right?
Which kind of answers your question there, Unexpected Geek Nemesis. How many a week can you do? How many pages a week can you do? There's a historical answer, and then there's a today answer, which I think the today answer is funny.
Okay.
But you go right ahead, man.
Okay. The historical answer. I'll tell you what. I wish I got. Let me tell you how it is, guys. And a lot of artists will tell you this. Or at least back in those days. This is the schedule of a working comic book artist. Okay, so you get the script, fantastic. Then you do like 1 page a week. Okay, you do 1 page a week. You say, I got time. So for the first 2 weeks, you do 2 pages. Mm-hmm. Okay, the most detailed pages out of the whole thing, by the way, which is usually pages 1 and 2. Right?
Guys, get your notes out for the story. Yes. I'm sure you can make a lot of memes out of this, man. These GIFs will happen. Yes. I'm telling you, like this.
Yeah, and then the next week. Then you realize, I'm running out of time. So the next week, maybe you'll do 4 pages, 5 if you're lucky. All right, so you get 7 pages in the book. All right. Now the last week, now I got to do 15 pages. The last week, then I'm doing 4 pages a day. And the last week, when the deadline's due. That's the life of a comic book artist, my friends.
That's how it goes, man.
Now that sounds exaggerated. It's not as exaggerated as you think, guys. It's not exaggerated as you think. That's why sometimes my strategy going in would be. You try not to do those things, but sometimes it just happens, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes what I would do is I wouldn't start with page 1. I would go with the pages I think would look the coolest first, so I know those parts will detail and then save the talking head ones and stuff like that to the end, because those are the days you stay up like three nights in a row and whatever. So that was my life, okay? I was fast when the deadline came around. That's when I was fast.
When you had no choice.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is, I saw improvement as I went along, for sure. Like when I got my first job with Marvel, I was lightning fast. I finished up like a month before it was actually due.
Does that include the Hulk? Really?
Yeah.
And those are cool pages, man.
I finished like a month before. They gave me ample time because they also knew it was like my first Marvel gig, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me. So and because I was so fast, that's what got them to offer me more work. So after that, I did what's it called Invisible Woman, Captain Universe, Invisible Woman, okay. and then they offered me Amazing Fantasy after that. Uh-huh. So because they were happy with the work I was doing. At that time, because it was faster. I got progressively slower as time went on, right? Now, when I was at Dreamwave, when I was doing Transformers, I was ultra slow, because I was trying to put every single line I could in there. Like, I didn't care how long it took. I would just go ahead and do it. And I suffered for it. The books were extremely late. And again, learning experience, right? Yeah. Learning experience. Everything's a learning experience, my friend.
LOLXZG, LOLXZ Gaming. part of the answer to your question is in what James is talking about right now.
Okay. What was his question?
I'm 15 and I love doing art. I want to work for Marvel to make comics. What are some steps that I could take to accomplish that?
Okay, yeah.
Part of that has to do with this. It's if you. I think one of the biggest things right now, or actually maybe it's not as.
Yeah.
Would you say that these days in the comic industry, if your art has that look, that demand, or that writer really wants to work with you, they might give you a little bit more lead time in order to allow for you to do a monthly.
Well, it depends what it is.
Okay.
Depends what it is. Now, I'll be honest with you. For them to give a chance to a new guy, okay? Now, things might have changed.
Okay.
And now, granted, I haven't worked in the industry for literally 14 years, right? But for them to take a chance on somebody brand new, okay, because the thing is, for editors, they need to get the book out on time, right? So they usually go to people who they know are reliable, okay? They need to go to somebody who they know can do the job. The only time they'll go to somebody new is if they're in a pinch, or if they just can't find anybody.
Yeah.
That's what happened to me. That's how I got my job. They were in a pinch. They had to get this issue of Hulk Destruction out, and they saw a pinup I did of the Hulk. Maybe you could call that up. Maybe you could find it.
Yeah.
Look
up,
I
know which one it is.
With the tank, right?
The tank. Yeah.
That's the one they saw, and then they contacted me and they say, "Hey, can you do some fill-in pages for the Hulk?" I'm like, "Sure." And they're like, "This was like Friday." And I'm like, "We know it's the weekend, but can you kind of start like now?"
Well, when did they? Okay, so if they asked for it on Friday, when did they want?
That's the second one.
When did they want it by?
I forgot. I think I had 2 weeks to do the rest of it.
So guys, there it is.
Yeah. So that's the one.
So that was just put on his blog spot.
Yeah. That's exactly.
If anyone remembers what blog spot is on here.
That's exactly where they found it.
Yeah.
And so they didn't see any sequentials or anything. Now, at the time, CB, who's now the editor-in-chief,
CB
Cebulski, he knew me already. Like we've talked many times. He's been trying to get me a job many times before. So I wouldn't be surprised if they knew more about me already from CB. But for the most part, they said this is how they found me to work on that book. So big ups to Nathan Cosby and Mark Penn. I don't know how to say his last name. Pancina? I forgot. But they're the ones. They were my first editors at Marvel and gave me the shot. And that was from this. And then I proved myself to them by actually finishing. So it's one thing to get your foot in the door. It's another to stay in the door. Okay?
Oh, Daniel. Sorry. Here's a weekend challenge. Liberty Files Batman versus Earth X Oliver Queen the Dark Arrow. Okay, interesting. I thought you meant Earth X the Marvel one because I was going to say there might be something that has a small hint to that. I think in the works of it. I know.
Easy.
I know.
Easy.
Okay. I might get fired, but I don't think that's what you referred to.
No.
Earth X Oliver Queen. Yeah.
No.
But anyway, sorry.
But anyway, my advice to you: first of all, you're 15. You're super young.
You've got time.
You got lots of time.
And there's a lot of improvement that can happen in 3 years, man.
Also, when you say work for Marvel, do you want to work in comics or do you want to work in concept art?
He wants to work in comics.
Okay, if you want to work in comics, the best way is to actually draw comics. Okay?
Panda, how's it going?
And you're never too young to start drawing comics. So they do want to know if you can do sequential art. So I assume they did see some of my sequentials, right? Mm-hmm. But that's what attracted them to this, for this job, is that image of Hulk. But they also knew I had some... I had some experience drawing comics because they knew I did Tokyo Storm Warning and all of these other things. Okay, so it's not like I was completely fresh in comics, right? But,
yeah, because you were doing backgrounds for Dreamwave.
Yes, I was, right?
Before that, so yes. Just as a little.
And to be honest, guys, I will actually have a video out next week, and it's going to be a sponsor video. We won't talk. I won't talk deeply what it is yet, but in that video, I actually will go through my 20 years of art. And explain to you my career and how it went and how I got all those jobs. It's gonna be a longer video, and it's a sponsored video, but hopefully a very, very informative video for all of you. So be on the lookout for that. It might be a good one for you. But my suggestion for you would be to actually go and draw a comic book. Draw a comic book, post it online, and go from there. But the only way you're gonna get better at drawing comic books is by drawing comic books. And even though I got hired off this pinup, they knew I could do sequential art already. They don't know that for you yet, right? Because I'm assuming you're 15. I'm assuming you haven't worked professionally as of yet. I have already by the time I did this particular pinup, or the pinup of the Hulk. So, they knew I could do the work. So for you, I would suggest do those things, okay?
Yash Sultiana, actually, going off from that question.
Yeah.
I don't know if this can be answered quickly. Is there still any chance that getting in the comic industry is worth it?
Nope.
Really depends on what you want. That's the longer part of the answer.
No, that's my question to you. Do you love drawing comics? If you do, then it is. If you're going to get rich, then no. No, absolutely not. It's not a place to get rich.
Gone are the days where you have your Jim Lees and your Todd McFarlanes.
Yeah, but even them, like, first of all, they were superstar artists. Secondly, comics were selling in the millions at that time, so they could afford to pay them.
Guys, in the 90s, if you sold 1 million copies of a monthly issue, that was low.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Like, even 1 million was like, you're okay. Right. 500,000, it's like, we're gonna axe this title.
That's what Image did to the titles that were selling like 350. They would axe them.
Yeah, but now 350,000. That's you're in the top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
For what sells that month.
Exactly, right.
So it's changed a lot.
So it's up to you. If you like comics, then yeah. But to be honest too, a lot of comic artists, they don't make their money from comics anymore.
No.
I even heard some say that comics is actually advertising for their convention appearances. They make more money doing commissions and conventions than they actually do drawing comic books itself. So
so it's kind of like the ad for your stuff.
Exactly, you're building a fan following when you're doing.
Animal, yes, he has watched Suicide Squad.
Yeah. Oh, nice. But like it's what's it called? You build your fan following when you're doing those comics, and then you meet those fans at comic conventions. They buy artwork from you. They ask you for commissions, and you make thousands of dollars off the comic conventions, more than the actual comic book itself.
Yeah.
To be honest, comic books don't pay that well, man. So nobody gets into comics for the money. That's it. That's how it is.
LOL XZ Gaming says, thanks for the great advice. I'm definitely going to practice a lot. By the way, that Hulk drawing was so cool.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. That was a fun one. You can definitely see the Dave Finch influence. David Finch influence. If you guys don't know who David Finch is, you look at my stuff and you look at Zach's stuff, and you can tell who we are very influenced by, and that's David Finch. He's he's the young gun, one of the original young guns of Marvel.
Hey, Victory, thank you.
But we all love David Finch. Yeah. His work's amazing. So
Victory says, I love the way you two talk to each other. It's so natural, and it's good background noise when I'm drawing on my computer, especially when we cough and we.
Oh, thank you. It's a coffee. And
we stumble. It's true.
And like you guys know, me and Mark, we've been friends since he was born. So
yeah.
That's why.
There's pictures of that, man.
Yeah. And that's why we. Hey, speaking of pictures, I have some pictures here. You want to show them? I have some pictures here. Maybe we can show some of these.
You have?
I got the ones you brought, man. Let's see if I can find them. You can see if I can find them here. I should have them here. I should have them. If I have them here, it'll be gold. Let me see. Hold on. Did I move them around?
Well, I'm going to look them up in the meantime, too, because I think I have them somewhere here.
Yeah, they're somewhere. I want to show some pictures of us at a convention. Oh, where is it? I had them here for forever.
This is the kind of people we are now, man. So James is looking for, like, analog.
Here. I got it here.
You got it? I got it
here.
And I'm looking through my phone.
Here. Look at this guy here, guys. Look at this. First of all,
which ones are you showing, by the way?
I'm
like,
showing
how old are we?
Super young.
Okay.
Compared to how we are now.
Okay.
First of all, I want to show you this in shape guy right here. Look at that in shape guy right there. I think that was in your basement, right, bro? That was in your basement, man. Look at those muscles there, man. Look
at how amused you are in the one on top.
Look how amused I am there. Look at this, guys. This is back in the day when we used to print our pictures.
Way back in the day.
Back in the day, we actually had something called film that we had to go get developed.
Something called film. That's just funny to hear.
Shoppers Drug Mart.
We had something called film, ladies.
Yes. And this is us going around to a different comic company. So this is the company I work for, Dreamwave. Okay, I don't think this was the con that I actually gave. It might have been.
No. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
That was the one. That was the one where the second roll of film got destroyed.
Oh yes, that's right.
We were really young back then.
Yes.
I don't think you were of age to. No, maybe you just turned 18 there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm pretending to take a piss here.
Yep.
I think so.
Hey, you know what? Interjection. Do you mind if we show this one?
Oh man!
So guys, this is the first meeting that we had for the podcast.
Look, here's the first meeting. When we were discussing this show, this is what we did. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show it to the main camera. Let's see if okay, this is our meeting. Right there. There you go.
That's the first meeting, guys.
That's the first meeting.
That was the first time we were talking about the
podcast. There it is.
Guess which one is me and guess which one is him.
Guess which one's Jonathan? Which one do you think is Jonathan? Or Mark? Which one's Mark, guys? Which one's Mark? Right there. Which one's Mark?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. See if they know. But little things like this. Some funny stuff here. First of all, here. See, we took a picture.
Oh no! You're not gonna do
that! We took a picture of Lou Ferrigno. That's Lou Ferrigno on the phone.
So, guys, that's the original Hulk.
The original Hulk.
From, like, the 80s TV show.
Now, we went up to Lou Ferrigno. I had a Hulk doll. I asked him to sign it, but then he said we had to buy something, which is, of course, natural. Of course, he's trying to make money.
I didn't want to make.
I didn't have the money. I didn't have the $30 to shell out. So we're like, okay, thanks. And
Sorry,
we saw him on the phone. So we took a shot of this, and then I believe he saw us, right? Did he see us?
He did.
Yeah, he turned around and saw us like, and we ran.
Well, no. This is what happened. So one of the things that ended it was like an episode of The Simpsons, because it's like we had just 5 minutes ago talked to him and asked if we could have a picture. We're big fans. And he's like, it's $50. And $50 in 1990 money is a lot.
A lot of money.
So 1992, I think. Yeah. And so we're like, no, I'm sorry. Okay. And then he was like, oh, okay. And then he gets up. We were in line for Mark Silvestri.
Yeah.
And he goes up to the payphone to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So when we do that, I was like, James, he's over there. And James takes the camera and he's like, snap. And then other people that were in line were like, oh, hey, it's Lou Ferrigno. Snap. And Lou Ferrigno looks over because he starts hearing all of these clicks. And he's looking and he's like, oh my gosh, because I bet every click is like $50. And he just looked so sad. He hung up the phone and he walked away.
Yeah.
We're terrible.
There you go. Okay, but that was just some pictures.
Everyone thinks I'm the tall one.
Yeah, everything's the tall one.
So guys, interesting thing. I was not even a year old then, and that was James at 3.
That was me at 3.
So he's the tall one.
I'm the tall one. Yeah. That picture, I'm the tall one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The more you know.
The more you know.
There you go. Good times, my friend. Good times.
James, we were talking about going on the Discord. I have a few pulled up right now. I just want you to look at the screen here and tell me, is this a good way to show it?
Sure.
Because I'm doing it like this. So that and
what if
you know what I mean? Like that's the way I'm doing it. What if we did this?
Hold on. Yep. Guys, I'm going to go off camera for a second. What if we did something like this so they could see as well?
So guys, every single time James is off camera, Mighty, you're still here. What we really want to do, is have James draw some Doctor Who.
No.
He needs to be familiar with Doctor Who first, though. So he really needs to get into the lore. He needs to get into the mythos of it. And James is not a fan. Everyone on the box office team is a fan. James is not yet a fan. I'm a firm believer in saying that that's not going to end up being an ultimate forever. He will never be a fan. Mm-hmm. But he's not a fan yet.
I'm not a fan.
Mm-hmm. So, anyone that wants to see a James Ray's Doctor Who piece,
I would love to hear it.
Please,
I would love to hear it.
Please let us know.
Okay. And where's the images? This one?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
What if we did? Oh, and I see.
Yeah. So it blocks it in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna do this. Let's turn this on. Ta-da! And when we do that, so they can see my reaction to it.
Oh!
Okay. Look at that, people!
Look at how smart you are!
Look at that!
My gosh, you don't know from jokes. But you know from the eye in the core. What are you doing, man? You're making this.
I don't know. Who is this? Who's this guy?
All right.
Who is this supposed to be?
So I'm gonna go on the Discord just so I can double check what's going on here.
Okay,
but
First of all, great looking work. whoever that is.
So that's a work in progress from Child Eater.
Okay.
And that's what he sent.
Looking very nice. Is this the...
That was an art critique.
Okay.
So he's asking, how's it looking so far? Now, Child Eater, we're gonna assume that everything is done by you. It definitely looks like it was done by you, from the Death Star to what's going on with Vader in the foreground. Okay. But yeah, James.
Let me just pull it up on mine.
Your thoughts?
Very, very cool. Some fun things going on there, for sure. You know, and whenever it comes to something like this, my number one thing is finish it first. Okay, finish it first. Finish off your Vader, and then you can always go back and change certain things, because I already see that you've done already a ton of work on everything. If anything, I would say there's some perspective issues with your Death Star. There's some issues there that could be fixed up. But even before you do that, I say finish the entire piece first. Get your Darth Vader done. You know, it's a fun looking pose that you got there. I already see you got some interactive light with the cloud. So a lot of fun. All right, I say finish it off, and then I point out some things that you can improve on a little bit later. The biggest thing that stands out to me is some of the lines on the Death Star. They're not working very well. But
what do you mean by that?
Like, for example, the perspective is pretty off.
Okay.
On everything, and it's hard for me to kind of show without actually drawing over it. The little thing, the things there.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's not an easy thing to do, for sure, because you're dealing, like, even when it comes to spheres, you're dealing with perspective. You're still dealing with horizon lines and all of that. All of that's very, very important. So it's one of those type of things. But it's looking really good. So keep going with it, for sure. It's looking good.
Like the essence of the color that you have there is actually pretty. It's pretty good for what it is.
Yeah. Sure.
Color, right? Like that's it's a good balance.
Good stuff. Okay,
I'm going to go off from that for a second, just so we can pick a proper.
Yeah.
Oops. There we go. All right. So, let's go into Artist Alley. So, guys, the difference between Art Critique and Artist Alley is Artist Alley. It's just a place for you guys to showcase your work. You just want to showcase it. You're not necessarily looking for critique. You just want to share your stuff out and put it out in the world.
Yes, absolutely.
Art critique is where you want some feedback, and not just from James necessarily, but definitely from other people that are in the Discord.
Absolutely.
Everyone is welcome to do it. Now, we were talking about this last week. It does take a little bit of courage to put your stuff out in art critique, especially if it's the first time you're actually doing that.
Absolutely.
And guys, don't be discouraged if people, sometimes some people have varying opinions. And that's a thing. I mean, James and I both. James, it would have more impact with him because this is his livelihood.
Right.
But sometimes the criticisms can sometimes get a little harsh. You know, like people have their preferences.
Right,
people would be like, nah, you know what? I just straight up don't like that, or it looks like a copy of someone else.
Right. Exactly. So a couple of things with that, guys. Mm-hmm. And let's be honest here. If you want a career in art, you're gonna get criticized no matter what. Okay, and if all you want to hear is someone likes your art, then maybe just stick to the Artist Alley. Okay, because if you want real, honest feedback, then be prepared for honest feedback, and that's what the art critique section is for. It's for honest feedback. Okay, so and it's not a malicious place. It's not a place for people just to go, it sucks, without a reason. Okay, if someone says they don't think it's good, at the very least, give a reason why you don't think it's good. Okay, but feedback, that's what makes us better. It makes us better. And the thing is, when you're in the industry, not only are you getting feedback, well, any sort of art industry, not only are you getting feedback from the fans. Not only are you getting feedback from Twitter and things, you're getting feedback from your editors. You're getting feedback from the people that you work with that are sometimes even harsher than the stuff you read online. So when it comes to feedback, it's a constant thing, okay? So if you really want to be an artist, get used to it, okay? Also, another thing is, and we talked about this before, if you are copying somebody else's art, and we talked about that ad nauseum the last stream, okay? Especially if people recognize that art, where it's from, don't be afraid or don't be surprised when somebody will call you out on it, right? And don't be mad that somebody will call you out. You should be mad because the fact is you were copying somebody else's art. And the fact is too, like, even though you're looking at you could say it's reference and all that. The fact is somebody actually went and composed that piece of art, which is all a part of the artwork anyway as well. So I always say, if you want to copy someone's art, that's a way to learn. That's how I learned. I copied Jim Lee. I copied Rob Liefeld. I copied all these different artists. I copied Todd McFarlane. That's what I used to learn. But not to copy and then show people my copy and say, I did that. Because the fact is, you really didn't do that. Right? It's really somebody else's work that you're just copying. Right? So
Dark
there's
side,
a big
I will.
difference. There's a big, big difference to that. Okay?
James, do you have a red pen?
Red pen?
Yeah.
No. Not.
Red marker?
I did.
I like that. I like that.
Well, what do you want to do?
Darkside asked, could you ask James to add a bit of red and black to Harley Quinn as a reference to her jester outfit?
Ooh.
So,
you know
like,
what?
I know some red accents
I just
might
realized
go
I
in
had Copics here.
Nice.
I'm not very good at them, but I have.
But even just to do the red accents, I mean, you did a Batman, a Thomas Wayne Batman commission where you added some red, and that is one of my favorites.
Yes, I did. Yes,
I was sad to see that go in a FedEx.
I did, and that was for I forgot who that was for.
Was that for someone named Nathan?
I forgot. Somebody won a contest, I believe.
Yeah.
That's Red Lips.
That's a little bit. Maybe a little bit more.
You want me to try to color this thing? Well, how much time do we got left? How much time we got?
We've actually been on. It's 9:30.
It's 9:30 already.
Yeah.
Should I try coloring this thing? I'm scared, guys.
Okay, guys.
I'm not the biggest coloring guy. You guys know that. I'm not very good at it.
In the meantime,
or should I give it a whirl, guys? Should I give it a whirl?
Maybe just a little bit of color accent. How about that? Color accent, not color all.
That's kind of hard.
What do you think of that?
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Okay, because
I don't even know.
Because here's the thing. After Harley, you have Harley's lips there. The next thing that would be iconic for a Harley Quinn, I would say, would be the color of the hair.
Right.
Right.
Blonde. But
no, it's multicolored. It's multicolored,
yes,
right?
Yes, that's right. So hold on. Let me get my reference going here. Because she got like this blue. And
Mighty says you can do it. Get Vectored says color. Animal Art says color.
Yeah, of course. I know you guys want color. I know.
The world wants color,
I know
James.
You guys want color. I know you guys want color.
Now, can you do that while we continue to look at a few Artist Alley things?
Let's try it.
All right.
Okay, let's try.
So here's the next one. This is from It's Art, and it's his tattoo design.
Ooh.
Actually, yeah. There we go.
That's pretty cool.
That is a cool.
That is cool. Where do you plan on putting that tattoo?
Now, a few people have said that James's work could make some great tattoos.
Yep.
I mean, if you want 100 Batman on your chest.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be the first time I've done a piece that people planned on using as a tattoo. There was this one guy when I was in China. Mm-hmm. He got a whole bunch of us to draw different Transformer headshots, and then he came back the next day and he got them all tattooed on his
leg. No way!
Yeah. Looked pretty cool. Like, he didn't even tell me that he was going to use it for a tattoo, but that's what he ended up.
See, the hair looks great, man.
Color always makes everything look better. Like it pops.
Well, speaking of that, here's one with some classic colors.
Yeah.
This is from Major Disaster.
Aha,
He did Steve Ditko's work on Spider-Man, but definitely does some callbacks to the old cartoon from the 60s.
Oh yeah. You're pointing at me.
That's pretty cool, man.
You're pointing at me.
Like, I dig that for that style. Like, just, that's... And those colors are pretty spot on.
Yeah,
like, when I'm looking at it on your...
Looks pretty cool.
On your color balanced monitor.
I like it a lot.
Like,
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Guys, every single time we go away and then come back, you're going to see a little bit more color. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what... The hair. The hair.
A little bit.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yes. Okay. Guys, next one. You're going to love this.
I'm no ACDC color art. Sorry. Art Attack. Art Attack.
Sam, I don't know if... I thought I saw Sam here earlier, but Sam Draws Pictures drew this.
Oh, let's see.
And he even put it up on his YouTube.
Yes, he did. I saw
4
that
hour
earlier
draw,
this week.
James
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That's a great likeness, man.
It is, yes. He did a great job. He did a fantastic job.
What picture is that?
I don't know. Oh, I think I know. That is from what's called, it was from one of my Infinity War interviews.
Okay.
It's from my Infinity War interviews, yeah. So, yeah, that's a nice one. You did a good job with that one.
Ooh, this one is an art critique one.
Ooh.
I kind of, yeah. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna do this one.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I can't see, but
so what we try to do, because sometimes the art critiques might take a little long. I always try to keep 2. There's a few more, but yeah, let's do this one.
That looks nice. And it looks like he spent a lot of time on that one. Right?
So he said, yeah, like you inspired him to do this one.
For sure. Every time I see something like that, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's always nice to see, and I really appreciate it, guys. You being inspired. But I mean, I didn't realize that Copics were.
Oh, Sam was here. No, you're welcome, man.
Oh, there you go. He's there.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you for that. Thank you for the wonderful drawing. That's pretty awesome, man. Thank you so much.
So there it is.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
That's a pretty big
nice.
piece.
Very, very nice. It's a big piece too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that all ink? It looks like it is all ink, or is that
I can't see from here.
Right.
I'm gonna say that it's ink, and I don't know whether it's cross hatching or whether there's been some like gray gradient pencils to do the stuff with Yoda here, because it's not close enough for you to discern.
It's looking really good. It's looking really, really nice. You did a good job with that one.
Well, is there anything that you can critique on this?
Critique? Well, it's always interesting because do you bring it down to style, right? How it depends what he was going for. And I'll assume he was going for more stylized, right? Because there's always better things we could do with likeness when it comes to likenesses and all that like that stuff. But it's a very fun piece. It's very, very fun. I think it looks really good. So,
let's see here. Sam wants to send you the original, by the way.
Oh, that'd be nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Sam, message James on Instagram, and and link it up there if you want to. Yeah. See? More color. See? Man? See, man? Ironically, James says that he's terrible at Copics, but the two things, James is taking his own advice. You can only get better the more you do it. Yeah. And the other thing is, it looks pretty good. I mean, thanks, come on, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. Still got lots to learn, though.
Can I enter the contest to win that thing?
No.
Okay. Thought I'd give it a try. Nope. Let's see. Okay.
Yep.
I want to put this one up. So this was not an Artist Alley or Art Critique, but one of the things, but I happened to notice it. Okay. As the channel grows, it's going to be harder to like go to these to the other channels that are either just just general chat or the Ask Me Anything things as they scroll.
Yeah.
So for anyone that's in the Discord, please go to the Artist Alley or the Art Critique things, especially if you want it to be seen here.
Yes, please.
But this was on the Ask Me Anything. I thought it was pretty cool.
Okay, let me take a look.
It's by Pixel. How would you rate my detailed Colossal Titan? It was inspired by yours.
Holy cow! Now that's
I hope
detailed.
you notice it. Like there
that's
you go,
detail,
right?
my friend. That's detailed.
Like,
look at that.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. No, honestly, not bad at all.
A minor critique, and James, correct me on this one, but if there is a correcting, but the shading on the hand, there's a lack of differentiation to take away the hand from the rest of the body, so it kind of gets lost in there.
It does get lost in there, because actually I didn't even notice the hand until you said that. So my main critique is, and you put tons of work in there, and a lot of detail. It looks great. It really does look great. I always say, like, a detail is good as long as you understand what it's for. And I would have drawn back a bit on the detail where I feel there's more light. And that would have helped, like, things like your hand stand out. For example, like, if you had, like, a little white line around that hand, that would help kind of bring it out. If you lessen the detail a little bit or thinned it out so it's not so thick. If you thinned it out, you use this finer point pen, so you can keep the amount of detail, but in the areas where there's light, I would thin it out even more, so that way, you could see the light shining on the top of the chest, on the side of the arm. And then use a little bit of rim light. If you guys ever look up rim light when it comes to, like, if a lot of you, I would suggest if you're learning how to draw, look into some photography.
Lighting is huge.
Lighting is very huge, okay? And
it informs where your lines are going to be. And you talked about that last week.
Right, yes. But a little rim light goes a long way, right? If you do a rim light, that means like a light is like behind your subject, okay? Now, and you'll see like a little line, and that will help separate a lot of things.
Another thing for this, James, you were saying you can either use a finer marker, but then another thing that you've talked about before is you could work with a bigger size, so
you
that
could.
way, could you say that it's a trade-off? You could do either or. You could use a finer point pen, or if you don't have access to a finer point pen,
work
but larger
bigger.
paper,
Yeah, definitely
work bigger.
But whatever works better. Like the whole point is that you need to what's it called. You need to get the roundness of it. I need to feel where the light's hitting.
Yeah.
Right. Now you did that for every single strand, but because it's everything single strand, it's getting lost. Okay, where it turns out that now you do have a lot of blacks there that helps with the roundness of it. A lot of your thicker blacks, which is good. But to make it stand out even more, is if you had a lot of lighter areas to it. Okay, so that's what I would do if I were you. Okay, lighten it at the very least, lighten it up. If you don't want to work bigger, at least draw back. Shows a little bit of restraint, which, as you guys know, I have trouble doing a lot of times. Is showing some restraint when adding a lot of the detail to it, right? But that's really, like, I'm always impressed when people are, even when they're copying my stuff and it's most detailed. Like, I've had people who took my one of my fans in China. Mm-hmm. She took my what's it called, my Metroplex, right? One of my first
most detailed one.
Yeah. She took that and copied it line for line, and she showed it to me, and that blew me away, because line for line, she did not miss a single line.
So you know what, that is interesting.
That was incredible.
Because you know what, you mentioned that before, or like when you do mention it, I think about it sometimes, and I'm like, okay, so this is interesting.
Yeah.
When you're doing these most detailed draws.
Yeah.
You have experience, and you are making up those details as you go along.
Yeah.
I would imagine that with the experience plus the fact that you're making it up, it's actually easier for you than it is for someone to go back.
Yes.
And recreate that.
Absolutely. Well, guys, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I go straight to ink, and that's because I don't like drawing things twice. For me, if I were to draw everything in pencil and then I had to go back over it and with ink, I'd kill myself. It's hard, man. And I can understand inkers who don't want to ink something that detailed, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so much work for little payoff for them, anyway. Payoff for because most of the time, and it's hard to say, but most of the time it's the penciler gets most of the credit when it comes to comic books, right? But for me, it's like I have way more fun when I make up the details with the ink pen. Right, so that's why I go straight to ink, and we talked about going straight to ink last week. So, in essence, it was a lot easier for me because I was just making it up as I went along, right? But for her, she was trying to copy every single line. She was going back to my drawings, referring back to them, and that was really, really impressive to me that she had the patience, because that showed patience to me.
So it's funny because a lot of people, every single time we come back to this, it's like, oh man, the color looks great, and I'm like, and James says he can't color, right? Like, if it looks cool, man.
I'm just
like, it's accents.
I'm just doing a paid by numbers type here.
It's accents,
here, guys.
but it's accents, and it's cool.
Nothing too crazy.
It's cool,
here.
man.
Oh, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, but it's nothing crazy here. Just
guys, I'll post
a splash of color always helps, right? A splash of color always helps something. So yeah.
Oop.
So that's it. What else we got? Any more artwork or?
I have one more.
Okay.
Sorry, I was just trying to post the Discord on there and it wasn't working on my phone for whatever reason.
Sure.
Let's see. I will have this.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is the last one. It is an art critique one though, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so this is from Grizzly. And it is his drawing of Batman.
Ooh. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Mm-hmm. See, I like the shadow. It's very, again, I'm a Dave Finch fan, but a lot of the Batman artists, they like to draw in this sort of way. I like the fact that it does feel like the lighting is consistent. Mm-hmm. He did a good job with a consistent lighting. If anything, I would say maybe there's some anatomy issues in the midsection of him. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure that his under the quad there, I think that's like the back of his thigh would light up that way. Okay, but it's it's almost there. It's very, very close. So I like the way you handle the shading better than a lot of people. Let's just put it that way. So it is looking pretty good in that sense. Again, just a few anatomy things here and there, but it's looking good. Needs a background. Put a background on him. Give him something. Give him some context. Where is he jumping from? Where is he jumping from?
So guys in the Discord, we love some recommendations, because sometimes when these critiques come up, obviously there's a lot of different time zones. People are busy. They might not catch the live stream to see that they've been critiqued. But one of the things that we're thinking of is certain icons that we can just put as reactions.
Yep.
To people's pieces to say, yep, it's been critiqued, and then double back and check the live stream.
Right.
If anyone wants to make a few,
yeah,
please hit me up on the Discord.
Please do.
That's Mark
Please
Michael.
do. And a big thank you to Mark, who's been really up on the Discord.
Actually, to be honest, a big thank you to Riddy and Speedscape, too.
Oh,
if you're
yes.
Oldest fans, there are mods on there. So if you guys are on the Discord and you have any problems or questions, you can't necessarily reach me. You can always also reach out to just type @admin. That'll hit me. That'll hit James. That'll hit Speedscape, and that'll hit Riddy. So and there are two admins right now too.
Right on. Yeah.
Casey, if you spam, you get blocked on the Discord. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please block them. Please block them. Block them. Block them. What under the...
JDF says, "What if you can't do the Discord? If you have a question, you can always hit up on the other social media. You can hit James up on the TikTok, Instagram, or put it in a YouTube comment.
Right.
We look at that, and we pick out some questions there every once in a while too. We did that last week and the week before.
Yes, we have. Yes. Speaking of which, why don't we give away some prizes, man?
What are we going to give away?
We have to give away
the Pokemon.
The Pokemon one. What did I say for the Pokemon? It's been so long. And I apologize to those guys who have been waiting so patiently for me to give away the Pokemon thing. Let me look up quickly how I was planning on giving away the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I totally forgot, guys. It's been a while. And hold on 1 second. By the way, guys, look out. I should have my next video up tomorrow night. That's what I'm hoping for.
What are you drawing?
Something fun.
It's on his IG, guys. I'm just being cheeky.
Something fun. Yeah, go to my IG. You know what it is.
It's on his story.
If you've seen it in my story, post it up. Post it up. But let me just quickly look at my thing here, just so I remember. Hopefully, I wrote it down in the comments.
Who's up on TikTok? Because I was really against going into TikTok personally. I was just like, no, not another thing. And then James was like, no, you need to see the TikTok. You need to get in on the TikTok. There's some cool stuff on there, and that's a rabbit hole.
Right on.
Yeah, I find myself really loving to get lost in the memes. I think memes are the new are a new form of education. You could really learn a lot from a 15-second video. I'm just saying.
You know what, guys? I have to actually watch this video too. I get the clues in the video.
Funny.
But I guarantee it's probably like share it and subscribe.
Is it in your IG comments?
I bet anything it's probably like that. But I
feel like someone needs to help out here. Let me see.
Oh man!
Thank you to everyone who watched the live stream.
I have to look it up, guys. I have to. You know what? I'll announce the winners for the Pokemon this week. I'll do it myself. Okay.
Okay.
If you're waiting, okay. Because I just don't want us to be spending our time here looking up the rules. But I do know what it was for the Stickman video. I do know what it was for the Stickman video, and I believe that you had to follow me on, of course, subscribe to me and write a comment in the video, and you had to share it. Okay. So if we maybe you could everyone pick a number between 1 and 2. Pick a number between 1 and 2, my friends.
While we're waiting for that, yes, we are Pinoy.
Huh?
Pinoy by heritage, but we were both born in Canada, but the heritage is Pinoy. Pinoy, and you can tell by the way that I say it that we were definitely born here.
Hey, Mark, can you open the light?
The what?
Open the light.
Ano?
Open the light.
I'm not
hey,
sure.
Hey, 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 Wait. Mark.
Ano?
Can you get me that one?
Ano?
Get me that one.
Ano?
This one. This. Ooh, dude.
Hoy! People are talking. They're
over there.
They're saying the
Dude.
two.
That one. Mark, look at me.
Ano?
Look at me.
Ano?
Dude.
Oy!
Dude, there. Look over there.
Sige na. See.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did they say?
It looks like the majority is saying 2.
2, meaning Twitter. Go to Twitter, my friend.
All
Go
right.
to Twitter.
I'm gonna hit up.
Go to Twitter.
I'm gonna hit up them tweets.
Okay, look at the notifications, my friend. Look at the notifications.
Yeah.
And then we should see a whole bunch of people who shared the Stickman. And there were quite a few of you, I believe.
There were.
Who shared the Stickman video on Twitter. And we're about to pick one right now. And this is to win the grand prize. This is the... this is for the... What's this for?
100-minute Stickman.
100-minute Stickman video drawing, okay? Oh, boy.
Scrolling.
Funny. Okay, and...
Scrolling.
So,
Oh my gosh.
Do you see them there or no?
Scrolling.
Well, they were probably from a few days ago, right? So
Yeah.
From, earlier this week. Right, so...
Let's see. Okay. Does this qualify?
Huh? Yes, it does. Is
Okay.
that... What do you think? Is that our winner?
You know what?
That's funny. That is funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the winner?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to ask Mr. Mark Michael, who is the winner of the 100-minute drawing? Who is it?
The winner from Twitter is Michael K/Infinite C.
Infinite C.
At MICHAEL09277275. Hi. You just won.
Was
the
that his address?
100-minute Stickman.
Congratulations.
That's his handle.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Congratulations to Michael. And that is the winner. So, can you just can you screenshot that for me? I'm going to message him
Yeah, man.
a little bit later on. Okay. Was I giving anything else away? And that I forgot. My memory's not that good, guys. That's old age for you.
No,
right?
it's the cold. It's
the old,
coming.
yeah. Okay, but I will give you guys the scoop. Okay. Because I am running a contest. Okay, there's over a little bit over 100 of you in the live chat right now. I am going to hold a contest, and I'll get you guys ready for it. Okay, since you guys are watching this early. Okay. Now, if you looked at my Instagram, you know my video coming out tomorrow is the 100 speedsters. Okay, 100 speedsters. Okay, or 100. I get called 100 flash suits.
We have such friendly people. Everyone's saying congratulations.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I tell you, in my community. They're they're my best friends for a reason. I'll tell you that much. But just to get you guys prepared, 100 flash suits.
How the heck did a background show
I am holding a contest, okay, where I'm not gonna label any of the flash suits, okay? There's 100 of them. But maybe you look at some websites. Maybe you'll find a list somewhere.
And guys, it was a rabbit hole.
Yeah, and I want to thank my buddy here, my man, Mark Michael. He actually did all the research for me. Okay,
guys, if you try to look up the Flash, so we thought that it was just going to be somebody probably has done this already, no problem. You just got to find like a few key things, and there were some that had like some things. But they didn't necessarily all have images.
Right.
So you're looking, and then when you're like, they're mentioning this version of the Flash, you try to find something that has an image of it, and then it brings you to another site that has images of other Flashes that you didn't know about. Right. And suddenly you're on websites that were made by like Netscape browsers in 1996 with random Flashes from series that I can't even remember anymore. And that was
and he did a good job with it. But for you guys,
I almost forgot one that was pretty popular though. But we got it.
Yeah, but for you guys, for the person, okay, I'll give you away 2 prizes here. Okay, first of all, I want you to see if you could name as many of the Flashes as you can. Okay, I know it's hard to name all of them. Okay, but as many as you can. Okay,
to a point. Sorry, some of them don't necessarily have like different names, but if you can name the series or the storyline that it was from in lieu of,
which is hard. It's
hard.
It's very, very difficult. Okay, I am going to be randomly picking one. Okay,
oh boy,
randomly picking one, and that winner will be the winner
Drunken Yoda, yes,
of the original artwork I'm going to be drawing in the next live stream. Okay, now it's gonna be like this. This is like a what is this 9 by 11 piece of artwork. Okay, however, if there is one person who, the first person to get, I'm going to say 90% were correct. So at least 90 out of the 100, right?
90? 100?
90 out of the 100 flashes.
How about all 100? Because I think I know what
no,
you're
you know why?
here.
Because I know there are some, I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
There's some they're not going to get. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay?
Guys, super share this because
I'll
this might be the...
Right now. Okay, yeah. I'm going to give it 2 prizes then. I'll tell you what. Okay? The first person to get 90% correct.
Yeah.
I am going to do an 11 by 17 commission of a drawing of your choice.
Oh boy. That's
the first person
yeah.
who could get me 90%. Okay? 90% of them correct. Okay? Now, if you get 90% correct, and then some joker actually comes and gets 100% after you, I'm going to give that joker a prize too. Okay? But, okay, so those are the 2. I'm giving one randomly because I know everybody can't, do it all. But for the person, the first person, okay? And the reason I'm saying first person is because for sure there's going to be some losers there who are just going to cut and paste somebody's list and then add to it or whatever,
yeah.
right? And I want it to be fair, and this is what I'm thinking of.
90%. That's why it's 90 and not 100, because if they find 90, someone's going to find the other 10% and just be like,
exactly, right? Now, if somebody gets 89, I might consider that too. All right? We'll see, right?
So here's the thing, guys. When we were looking this up, we were thinking, we don't really think that like such a concise thing with regards to the flashes. I didn't find a resource for it. So I don't know. You guys tell us. The video comes out. If you want later on down the road, hey, who were these flashes anyway?
Yeah.
And we add that. Let us know, because like if you guys want to use it as a resource for your things later on, it could be something cool.
Well, but you notice like my a lot of my drawings recently, they haven't been colored. Okay, so
they're a lot to color.
They are a lot to color, and I'm not going to be coloring them myself. I'm probably going to get some help.
Yeah.
But I'm going to probably be doing some fun things with those videos, the colored versions. There will be colored versions. There will be colored versions. We're going to be doing some fun things with them down the line, and hopefully you guys will enjoy what we do with those a little bit down the line. Okay.
Wait for
it. Just stay tuned for that. Okay. But in the meantime, oh, look at that. Look at that. It came out all the way.
Ooh, boy. Ooh. It's a good thing it didn't, go all over the place.
Which it could have.
Yep. Oh, dude, that's cool, man. I really like that one. That's awesome.
There you go.
All right, so what are we doing with that one?
I don't know.
Okay.
What should we do with this one?
Okay.
What should we do with this one?
Well, give me give me a moment here. It's a little, it's a little late.
How about a little trivia?
Oh, yes. Trivia for the live stream?
Well, yeah. It's for the live stream, okay? Again, every time I do a drawing like this, guys, for the most part, I would like to reward you guys for sticking with us through the entire live stream here. We're coming up on 2 hours. Oh, it's almost time to finish. Perfect timing.
Yeah.
So I always like to see if I can reward you guys somehow, okay? So with that...
maybe you should also mention how this will go in the future.
Oh, yes.
You guys are early birds, right?
Yes.
So when James is drawing, James is drawing.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where James is drawing, and it will be given away.
Yes.
At some point, it's going to end up being something where if someone wants to sponsor or is looking to sponsor, maybe you can speak to that a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because you mentioned it for the first time last week.
So we would call this a sponsorship. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me for commissions. A lot of you have. And to be honest, I'm an extremely busy guy, so I haven't been doing a lot of commissions recently. However, we have this 2-hour window every Friday where, I'm just drawing something random anyway. So if one of you would like to sponsor this sponsor an episode of the Box Office Art Live, really what you're doing is you're paying for a commission without calling it paying a commission. Pretty much we're calling it, you're sponsoring it. And I would go ahead and draw you a half body of whatever you want
for
a certain price, and for a certain price, and that price will go into financing this show. And as you guys know, that this show, it's it's for you guys. I don't really make any money off this, like a little bit of money. You guys have been super chatting, which I really do appreciate. Thank you so much. But so I could give my buddy Mark here a little bit of money. When JJ comes here, I could pay him a little bit to help us out, to help finance the team. So it would help a lot, and we would do something cool for you. But when that happens, and to let you know, I will be doing something cool, not next week, but the week after. Mm-hmm. So that is actually already a sponsored video. But if I don't have a drawing to give away, I will have something to give away. Okay, whether that be a comic book or maybe some prints, I could give away during the different live streams. So hopefully you guys can stick around and win those particular prizes here. Okay, but in this instance, we are giving away this one. I don't want to give this away. I like this one.
See,
that's coming.
I like
not
it
too
too.
bad. Not too bad, right?
It's pretty good. I'm telling you.
Why don't we call this session practice? Because
well, guys, thank you very much.
It's practicing. Never mind. Oh, did the stream end? Oh, sorry.
I actually looked at the screen and went, "Wait, did we freeze?" But no.
What would be a good trivia question for you guys? Okay.
Okay.
The first person to tell me.
Okay, wait. Are we talking about a general trivia thing, or are we talking about something that relates to you?
Maybe something that relates to me.
Okay.
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 Okay. Let's go back into my work history. Okay. I gotta say a question. I don't think anyone's gonna get it though. Okay. I don't think anyone's gonna get it.
Okay.
I don't even know if you know this.
Okay.
Okay, but I want to see if anyone knows this.
Mm-hmm.
What is the first?
Oh, I think I do.
What is the first television show that I worked on?
Nope. Sorry, game over. Yeah, I don't know.
As a visual effects artist, okay? What is the first television? Now, here's a hint.
TV.
From that, I did a drawing, which kind of inspired my YouTube channel. That's a deep cut. You're going to be a big follower. I'm not expecting anyone to get that one. We'll give a few minutes. Let them do some
research. Okay.
Okay?
You might have to do some research for that. Good gosh. That's a good question.
That's a good question, okay? If no one gets it, I might hold that question off till next week because the video I'm going to be putting out this week will actually have the answer to that, okay?
Oh,
we'll actually have the answer to that.
Yeah.
I'll talk about it. But let's see if anyone has a guess.
Yeah, we're going to talk for a minute or two, guys, so that way you can look it up if you want to.
What is the first TV show I worked on as a visual effects artist?
I think. Is that it?
That's very close. I would give it to him. I would give it to them.
Would you?
Person.
Or do you want to wait to see if there's a...
You know what? Let it go, but I
And that's fast, too. That was super fast.
You know what? I wanted to give it to him. I wanted to give it to him. Or her. Him. That's a him, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The winner is... Okay, and the answer is... Stargate. That is the answer. Okay, now, the person here who wrote, and what is his name?
Justin Gu.
Justin Gu wrote Stargate Continuum. The reason I'm giving that to you, because technically, if we're going to go order, it's actually Stargate Arc of Truth. Okay? But, in fairness, I was working on both at the same time. So that's why I'm willing to give
in
it
order
to
of release versus in order
there are
of
some
what he
who
worked
said
on.
Stargate. I saw that. Who said Stargate there? There's a few who said Stargate.
There's a few. Descendants fans said Stargate.
Yes. Shout them out. Whoever said Stargate, shout them out because they deserve a shout out. Because that's a deep cut.
The only two.
That is a deep cut. But to know Stargate Continuum, that is a very deep cut too. To know that.
Specifically.
That's very specific. Very specific. Stargate Arc of Truth, Stargate Continuum. Those two I was working on simultaneously. So that... Yeah, that was incredible. Thank you. So congratulations, Justin Gu. Which also is telling me you've been listening to a lot of my stuff to know that one. That's a tough question. Congratulations, Justin Gu. Big hand for Justin Gu. And a big hand for everyone who said Stargate as well. Congratulations to those that said Stargate. I think that's incredible. Thank you for what. If you guys want to know more about my work history, this week hopefully this week. Now I'm just waiting for a few things to actually start the video. I'm hopefully gonna be filming it this weekend. I'm looking at Wednesday for this particular video to come out, but I'm actually gonna go over my 20-year career in art, and I'm gonna show you artwork from my 20-year career. 20 years of art, and it's going to be one of my most favorite videos of all time. And you would do me a huge favor also because it's a sponsored video, and just to get more sponsors to have you guys watch that video would mean a lot to me. So if you guys check that video out there, okay? So there you go. That is it. Congratulations, Justin Gu.
That was amazing.
This is this was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun, and thank you guys for watching. You guys are amazing. Thank you for joining us every week. If you missed today's show, hopefully this will be up on the podcast feed. Now, we are a bit behind on the podcast feed. We need to get the past 2 episodes up still. But hopefully after this week, but also this week, Jonathan is, or Mark, I'll get it right one day. Jonathan, what the hell? You.
Me.
You.
That guy.
You. That guy. Oh, sorry, that guy here. This guy here.
That guy there.
Extremely busy this week, so I don't want to put any more work on him. He's got some exams to worry about here.
We'll be back.
So let him worry about his exams. So be patient. Maybe after next week's show, we'll have the archive back up for the show.
Yeah,
after next week's show, we will have everything up on the James Rays, youtube.com/James Rays. If you haven't been already, subscribe to that. I'm also thinking about getting back to the vlogs on that channel so you guys can see everything I'm working on. There's so much fun stuff this year that we're working on. I'm so excited to share with you. So thank you everyone who's been watching in the chat. Thank you to my man, Michael. Where can they find you online, my friend?
Oh, they can find me on what's written right down there.
Yes,
I'll get
down there. There you go.
That's on Instagram.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Add the number 7 at the end.
Yes, there you go.
Or Twitter.
Yes, follow my man, Mark. Also, make sure to follow me also on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Having a lot of fun with TikTok. Growing very, modest numbers, but I am happy for all of you who follow me on TikTok. It's a different animal, that TikTok. But we're having a lot of fun doing the TikToks. I'm a TikToker,
I love them. I did not know. What? Okay. Okay, I was going to do it, but I won't.
Okay, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to all the winners again. And before we leave, you know what I like to do? Give me a high five here. A high five here.
Michael, it's hit me up on the IG.
Yes, and then thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. Oh yeah, high five to you too. High five.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. My name is James. I am the box office artist. I'm here to say keep drawing. I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace.